So, because we are not living in this universe, we are manufactured in the universities, unfortunately, these days. Only information, no experience of anything.
Yeah.
There is no experience of anything. If you go out, most people don't know what's the temperature. They will look in their phone, what is the temperature? Arey, your body is there,
Yeah.
you must know what's the temperature.
Yeah, you're a thermostat.
But they don't even know whether they're hungry or not.
Yeah.
They will look at how many calories they ate today.
I know.
I'm saying information, no profoundness of experience about anything, from simple things to complex things, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because of this, we have arrived at this, we do one thing and forget the other thing, all bits and pieces of doing things. So you won't believe it, in what is COP 26? Glasgow, 2022. Same soil is 22, no? Yes. 2022 January is Glasgow in,
Scotland?
Scotland.
Oh yeah, I like Scotland.
You like Scotland? You're
Yeah, I
golfer?
like Scottish people.
You're a golfer? Are
No,
you Scottish?
I'm not a good golfer yet, but I like the Scots. Just because they've just been through a lot.
Because you don't understand what they say.
That helps. You can just kind of go like this, you know? It's good.
They speak the same language so differently.
Yeah. I got to visit India one time. I went to Madras, I think.
I'll tell you about India later. We'll finish this soil
Okay.
business. So in Glasgow, COP 26 happened, which is all the countries meet, the nations' representatives meet.
COP 26 it's called?
Yeah, this is a UN agency.
Okay.
It's called UNCCC for climate and whatever.
Okay.
So a lot of all the environment ministers, some prime ministers, presidents, everybody are there for this meeting. So after this is over, 15 days they met and this is over this, I asked some of the environment ministers, what have we decided about soil? They said, soil? What about soil? I said, no discussion about soil. He said, no. Those who were there for full 15 days, they're saying the word soil was not mentioned.
Wow.
Then I started a campaign. I rode a motorcycle from London to southern India, 27 nations, 30,000 kilometers in 100 days.
Man,
They thought I will die, but I didn't. See, here I am.
that's some wind burn, huh?
Even now I came on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
from
dude.
Macmanwell.
So you guys did that to raise awareness?
Not awareness, to change the policy in the nation. So we signed memorandum of understanding, MOUs with various countries, and European Union has done good work in terms of changing policies. But still it is too slow. See, the political process in a democracy
very
is
slow.
so slow. You will be… I mean, this is not a popular thing to say. We ran these campaigns across. In 100 days, we touched 3.9 billion people on the planet
Wow.
through social media and everything. With that kind of… once the democratic leaders see that kind of support, they want to do something about it. So, Europeans started talking about it and making some changes. It's yet to be implemented, at least beginning to enter their policy. Well, in Middle Eastern countries, they are doing a lot, but they're in a bad land, it's a desert
Yeah.
land. They're trying to do their best. India, a lot of changes have happened. Implementation still slow, but at least in law, changes have happened. But you won't believe, we ran a very low-level campaign in China. But the Chinese are doing the best in this.
Really?
Yes.
They have a lot of soil land over there.
The thing is, I'm not speaking against democracy, but democracy has to be… democracy is a wonderful thing when people are conscious and focused towards one thing. When democracy becomes a business by itself,
Yeah.
well, to get any simple thing done, it'll take 10 years of debate and discussion and political bombing against each other. What needs to happen in the country is forgotten. The individual parties and stuff goes crazy.
Yeah.
So China doesn't have that problem. They converted millions of hectares of land or millions of square kilometers of land into, tree-based agriculture and other things that we recommended.
Wow.
Because there, if one person decides, it just goes.
It happens.
Yeah.
There's not as much red tape. Yeah, everything here has gotten so many legal issues. Everything's a nightmare to get done
Not
here
just
now.
here, everywhere, all democracies, you have the best policy. I will go to the court. Put one hook on you. You run on the same spot for next 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like this. You may not have the endurance to get rid of the hook, you may go in a different direction.
Yeah, it's more a thing of endurance here. It's like you have to, it's just like to make a change.
Everywhere, in all democracies, unfortunately, people have learned how to misuse democracy. It is the most wonderful thing that people can decide who should rule, how wonderful it is. But we have started misusing the mechanics of democracy, everybody has understood. It's no more the spirit, it's the vulgar description of democracy which is working. The spirit of democracy is what's best for the people should happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, it's gotten very confusing. But I wonder if some of that's just a side effect of democracy over time and of capitalism over time.
Everybody figured out how to win an election, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. It's true. It's a good point. One of the things that I think sometimes we're missing in the world these days is, people say connection a lot of times. And I don't know if that's necessarily true because in some ways, like you're saying, there's more connection than ever. But what about like love and stuff like that? Do you think that love is a choice that we make, or do you think there's something more cosmic involved in it? Like
Whoa.
when people choose to love one another.
Your neighborhood girl sent by Cosmos, cosmic agents.
Yeah, that would be nice, huh? You could just wish on a star for a date. But yeah, do you think that there's something, because love feels different whenever you're in love with someone, right?
So when you say whenever, that means it's not happening all the time. It happens once in a way.
Right. It's a leap year.
So, so right now, how much radical view are you ready for?
I'll take it all, I think.
Really?
I mean, it depends on how weird we're trying to get, but yeah, I mean, I'm into some stuff. Yeah, I'll listen at least. I'll start there.
Okay. So one way to look at it is the emotion of love. Initially, it got, the way people know it, it's just generally love means romantic love, all right? That is initiated by a rush of hormone in your system.
Okay.
Essentially, I would say your intelligence got hijacked by your hormones.
That's fair.
So, till yesterday, that scrawny little girl who in the neighborhood, suddenly she got a few bumps on her body.
Yeah.
Suddenly it became a whole cosmos.
Yeah.
You can't take your eyes off her.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't think of all that now, I'm just telling you.
Okay, yeah. I'll keep my hands like this.
So I'm saying, just the hormonal rush in you suddenly makes you see everything completely differently. A little while later, if you look back, it may look stupid, all right? But at that moment, anyway, we're talking about love, not about hormones or sexuality. But that instigate, that fires it. If you look at it by nature, what is nature's intent? Why is it getting you so excited about the neighborhood girl? Because it wants you to reproduce. If it doesn't fire something like this, there'll be no next generation of people.
Ah. So nature needs it.
Yes, it's the instinct of the species that it wants to survive.
Okay.
We may play all kinds of games with it, but essentially it wants you to reproduce. Leave that aside, we've kept that as a choice now.
Okay.
We want to reproduce or not is a choice.
Okay.
But nature is pushing you in that direction. Leaving that aside, now love means you long for somebody. What is the longing? You want to become one. See, right now, you breathing? I'm checking on you. You breathing?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't just say yes to me. Are you really breathing? You notice it? Yes. Now, this is a small plant, but let's say that's a little bigger thing. What the tree is exhaling, you're inhaling. What you exhale the tree is inhaling. Am I correct? Is
Oh,
it a
yeah.
fact or fiction?
It's shotgunning each other. Yeah, it's good.
It
You're
is
right.
fact or fiction?
Correct.
Fact.
Fact.
So, you and the tree, for example, it's like one half of your lungs is hanging out there. You're not really separate. From microorganism to a plant, to a tree, to an animal, this is one big phenomenon. It's only in your mind, intellectually, you're separating these things. Why? We already went through this, you want your mind to be sharp. Sharp instrument is good for cutting. I'll give you a knife. You can dissect whatever you want. But you want to stitch your clothes. If you stitch your clothes with a knife, what'll happen? That is how the modern fashion has arrived. Everybody's got torn pants.
It will ruin it.
No, it's a new
Oh,
fashion.
now it would look good. Now it would look good. If you stitch nowadays it would really look pretty fire, I guess. Right?
Not that it will look good, it's torn.
It's torn.
If you try to stitch with a knife, it'll go into ribbons, all right?
Okay.
So right now it's the same thing. Your mind is a sharp instrument. It is good for dissection. It is not good for unifying everything. Unifying does not mean you and me have to sit together and put the universe together. It is anyway one large phenomena. It is you who is separating it. If you stop separating it, it'll be one. When you say love, it's a strong emotion to make those two pieces of creation which have become separate, to make them one. We're trying hard. Good, instead of being separate, it's a good emotion, at least is bringing you close to one person. Otherwise you're a island by yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're an island boy after that. Yeah, you want to find someone else, right? So it feels like that makes sense.
Essentially, this life is happening is a large phenomenon. We don't get it, but actually as a life, we are just a pop-up on this planet.
Oh yeah.
All the countless number of people who walked this planet before you and me, where are they? They're all topsoil. This will also become topsoil, you just have to wait for some time.